What's good, y'all? Hope all is well. Agent Grady here. Joshua Grady, Agent Talk Podcast. Time to get it in. It's Tuesday, Stock Tip Tuesday. Okay, we're gonna go straight into it. A lot of people have been, asking me, crypto's falling. What are your thoughts? Things of that nature. Everyone that I talk to, at least, or those that are invested, that's really all they've been asking me is to give me or to give them my thoughts on cryptocurrency in the space that we're in right now. So that's what I'm going to do today. One, I'm long Bitcoin, long Ethereum. Okay, so that is a disclaimer before we even get in. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, so do not just take what I'm saying and run with it. So don't do that. But I do think that in this time that we'll spend together today, I do believe I'll be able to impart some sort of wisdom to you, whoever you are on the other end of this, watching or listening to this. So we're going to dive into cryptocurrency. We're going to dive into some of my favorite companies and sectors for the rest of the year. Just kind of been trying to do some more research last 2-3 weeks. Haven't really done any trades. Sold some of my cryptocurrency. I will talk about that. But I just want to take this time again to give my updated thoughts where I am when it comes to my investments and just again try to help someone out there. So, first thing we'll talk on crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I posted on Twitter, this was May 4th, I believe, that we were due for a nice correction, a nice drop off. We were just due for some, negative momentum, I would say. And the reason that I said this is, again, just a bit about my background. 2017, I started to invest in Bitcoin, was introduced. So I've been around. I've been from riding it from 3,000 to 20,000, thinking I was like, this was the richest I ever been. And then 6 months later, it tanking, 80% or whatever it could be. So I've been through the ebbs and flows, the swings. I'm not a rookie in this game. And I was telling some people, when you're a rookie, and a lot of you probably listening to this, like you've been listening to some rookies, okay, and that's okay. But when you are a rookie in a sport or in a workspace, a task, a to do, a skill, it's hard to really try to give someone guidance because you really don't know what you're doing. That's what a rookie is, like someone that's never done it before. Essentially, someone that's never played there before. This is a different type of game. That's the definition of a rookie. First season, essentially. And in 2017, I was a rookie in regards to crypto, investing, things of that nature, and learned a lot of mistakes, learned a lot of lessons, had some wins, some high moments, some low moments, all the things. I was a rookie then, though. Now it's my fifth year, 2017, 18, yeah, fifth year now, investing into cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, you name it. Is that way? 7, 18, 19, 20, fourth year. Okay, so fourth year. I give myself too much credit. But I'm no longer a rookie. Like I've been in this space for a little minute. I've gone through the 60% upswings and the 90% drops. I've been there, done that. Been in the field. Some of these coins that people are bringing up, XRP, Cardano, XLM, Ethereum Classic, things of that nature. Like we've been in those since 2018. You know what I'm saying, or since whenever, last 3-4 years. So that's just who I am now. I have a lot to learn, and that's another thing I'm realizing. Cryptocurrency is still so new, so fresh, so raw that none of us are truly experts. There are no experts. We're all still guessing of what's going to happen. So that needs to be said as well. I'm not the expert. I make mistakes, errors. However, with that said, on May 4th, I tweeted out that I believe that cryptocurrency, like I sent an encouragement to people that if you are heavily invested in crypto, you should maybe want to take your gains and move elsewhere for a little bit. Take your profits that you might have made. And if you're not following me on Twitter, you want to stay up to date. That's another platform that I utilize to get my thoughts out in regards to investing very quick. At Agent Grady _ savings my Instagram. But the reason that I said this is not even just looking at the charts, even though that was, 60 some thousand for Bitcoin was near the high. It wasn't pushing through, so that was evident. Same thing with a few other coins. But what did it for me, and what I want to talk on kind of right now, I have the time, is the psychology behind investing. You can right now just Google stock market or investment psychology cycles, essentially. And with the cycle, just like anything, it goes like this. Like I don't know the mathematical term for that, but maybe like basically like an S. Downs and ups, hills and valleys, highs and lows. In this cycle, and for me, basically what the cycle does, I'll ask Danielle to see if she can put it up. Maybe we'll have it visually, like right here, or one or two, whatever looks best, just for y'all to look at it. But basically, with the cycle is we have to think opposite of what society and the common person, these investors, think. You have to think opposite. Okay, so why I say that, when you're first investing, it's an emotional ride. Don't matter if it's $5 or 500. It's an emotional ride. You put your money in, you see it go down, you want to take out, it goes up, you want to keep it in because you think it's going to infinity. And I won't give the full spiel right now, but basically, we have to think contrary to what our emotions are going to try to tell us in regards to investing. We have to have the psychological awareness to understand, like a Bitcoin, crypto, when you got people on Instagram that have only been in 3 or 4 months are making reels saying it's going to such and such thousand, and you got people that have been following like sheep just on the internet, people that's only been around 2, 3, 4 months, and they're talking about this coin and that coin. This coin was made by this person. This coin was made by that person last year. And it's like for me, when you see people so confident, when you see some of my friends or whoever it could be that's like, yeah, y'all need to get this coin or that coin, that to me is a red flag. That to me is the red flag that it's about to all come crashing down because it became too easy for people. All you had to do, Dogecoin, all you had to do is put your money in, and it's going up. Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, hyping it, pumping it, things of that nature. And when things become too easy, and what it say, too good to be true, it always is. Too good to be true. Only thing that's not too good to be true is God. And when you have this realization, like I'm seeing all these people again on social media, friends calling me, oh, this coin and that. And I'm just like, man, tall tale sign from someone that's been in the game. When, you uber confident, more than likely that's when, according to the psychology cycle, the chart, that's more than likely when you're at your highest financial risk, is when the market is in euphoria, when it's like, man, this is as good as it's going to get, it's just going to keep going up. More than likely that's when it's going to go down. But then on the flip side, the opposite end of the psychology chart is when people have given up on it, when it's hopeless, or people seem to think that it's hopeless, and the stock's been beaten down, or crypto's been beaten down, Bitcoin, whatever it could be, people are, trashing it and things of that nature. That's usually when you want to be buying in. Okay, so you just got to do the opposite. Whatever, normal, once you start seeing the headlines, whether it's crypto or another company, whatever, and you see on NBC and these websites, and they tell you to buy, you better sell, and vice versa. Just I don't know. That's just how it works. So I hope that resonated with someone. Not gonna be on that too long. Again, long Bitcoin, Ethereum, just no brainer for me. Ethereum will be my number one recommendation in regards to cryptocurrency. If you want to get involved in the space, I'll probably put on an episode in regards to Ethereum myself, maybe later on in the summer. But yeah, Ethereum, no brainer. Okay, switching gears. Let me pull out my laptop. One last thing I want to talk about. This episode won't be too long, but I want to give you guys some tangibles. One thing I've been talking about, I've put an episode on this before, is really trying to operate with a sense of what the future could look like. And whether it be COVID or just technological disruption, things of that nature, I'm really trying to put my money in places where I believe in Roman's world, when he's, my age, 28. So 27 years from now, what are going to be the companies, and more importantly for me now, the sectors that we can tap into? And the reason I say the sectors is because it's very popular. It can draw a lot of eyeballs to stock pick, and it can give you a thrill of, okay, I'm going to pick this one that I'm betting on, in a sense. But when you do talk to some of the more knowledgeable financial minds, some of my good friends, whoever it could be, to be able to invest in the index funds as a whole, to where you're not having to pick per se, okay, it's going to be this company or this company, especially when it comes to some of these industries that are disruptive and that are new, that are modernized, that are in the future. Then to offset some risk, what you can do is also tap into the index fund, something we talked about. So while we're here, and again, this is just some stuff that I've been thinking on the last few weeks. I'm really trying to reallocate to get more into the indexes, just because there are a few sectors that maybe I don't know that's the specific companies that are going to be the ones that are going to succeed in this field, but I believe the field as a whole is going to succeed. So okay, so I'm on globalxetfs.com, and these are just, I mean, global. So if y'all want to go back, just Google Global X. So read up on Global X, and this is just some of their ETFs. I am not in all of their ETFs. It says right here they have 81 total, but basically I just kind of went down this list, and there are a few other Vanguard has ETFs. There's iShares ETFs. Like there's a whole variety of people. ARK has their own ETFs. I love ARK, Kathy Wood and them. Like we'll be buying them all up right now. All the ARKs, buy them up. Buy all the ARKs. Okay, simple. But just a few industries I wanted to touch on. I'm just using their website because it's just a good way to keep my thoughts focused. Um, Lithium, for sure. I'm big on the belief. So another one is Drive. So there's go twofold. So Drive, DRIV, autonomous and electric vehicles ETF. And then LIT is a lithium and battery tech ETF. And the reason I say lithium first is because not only do I believe in electric vehicles and the future, when we look at like this gas shortage that we recently just had, just overall, when you look at what we are able to do in, again, the future, the resources that we will have, that I believe it makes sense to invest into the electric vehicle market. Like, again, I've talked on this before. Certain states are already setting in future mandates that they're not going to allow for gas emission car sales in the future at some point. Other countries are doing this. When you think about the technology that with, artificial intelligence and being able to have self-driving capabilities, when you look at some of the trucking and the supply chain issues, like I just feel like, again, this is a sector that needs to be tapped into for you as an investor. And again, I say lithium because, we say the battery tech, being able to invest in these companies that are making batteries for these electric vehicles to move forward and to be powered. So to me, those are kind of twofold, just a no-brainer. Like if you're watching this or listening to this, if you have a car 20 years from now, more than likely it's going to have some sort of electric capabilities as well as lithium within the makeup of the car. And so for me, just twofold will be putting my money in both of those locations. No brainer. I want to get to a few others. Let's see. Hero. So actually on the I'm Athlete podcast, Fred Taylor talked about Hero. And Hero is a video games and esports ETF. So, being able to tap into the online gaming, it's just the growth has been indescribable, I would say. So again, do your own research on this. I'm just kind of going through these just to realize or try to bring some realizations. I'm trying to see like bots, BOTZ, robotics and artificial intelligence. So I just kind of talked on. Bug is one I'm in. There's also another one, cyber. I think it's CYBR, cybersecurity. So to me, that's big. This is a revelation I've had last few weeks. I really want to get heavily invested into cybersecurity. A company that I talked about are not on here, but with some friends is CrowdStrike. So I'll check out CrowdStrike, CRWD. But I would say Bug. I just feel like when you look at the state of our world, whether it's the phone, the laptop, whatever, like all these things that can basically be hacked. And just the more that we are putting our data in the cloud, like what is the cloud? Like when they say iCloud or it's in the cloud, what does that even mean? I don't even know what that means, but it's somewhere being stored, like way up somewhere. I don't know where that's at. And so I know that we need protection for that. And, I've been listening to a little, some political discussions. They're talking about when could be the next war and what would that look like. And for me, I think it's going to be digital. Whoever has control of your phone, like I'm out here in Nashville. We had a Verizon outage for like 3 hours, maybe a few days ago. And that just made me realize like, our whole country, if someone tapped into our communications, our internet, our media, whatever it could be, it's a wrap. Like it's a wrap for us. For you watching this, listening to this. What if you didn't have your phone for a month? would you still be able to go to your job if there's no computers? No computers didn't work. You couldn't email. I'm not too good with my hands. It's made me really want to learn more how to create with my own hands, like plant, garden, create woodwork, things of that nature. So before I get on my tangent, I think Bud, just because I believe that cybersecurity is going to continue to be of the utmost importance, like more important than electric vehicles. We talk about Bitcoin, like come on, that goes hand in hand. Like the growth of our world is just going to be through just technology and the digital landscape, and so to be able to protect that, like I said, cybersecurity, no brainer for me. I'm trying to see if I got any really more. Genomics is one, like you want to research that for sure. So those are the main few I want to talk on. I'm big on cybersecurity. So if there's anything that, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but if there's anything y'all can lead this conversation with and be like, yo, I need to invest in this, like definitely for me, cybersecurity, no brainer. A few other things, I guess some stock picks. I'll maybe put out some episodes on these at some point. Airbnb, I think is at good buying prices right now. Volkswagen, we talked about the electric vehicles. We just paid my wife's car in full, thankfully. And I was just saying, like, they're really trying to ramp up their electric vehicles. Even Ford, like Ford just got the pickup truck electric. Come on now. We talked about CrowdStrike. We talked about lithium. Okay, we're good. NIO still long. Tesla long. ARC. NVIDIA doing a 4-for-1, I think, stock split. So I'm definitely in there. And so, okay, that's all I got. Before I ramble too much, hopefully you got some growth for this. Short, sweet, to the point. Go do your research. Like, get right, get to it. We'll be dropping a lot more content coming up. Got some more draft diaries, things of that sort. I know I haven't been on the podcast in too long, but it's time. As we get to the summer, our guys are on teams right now, and so I really want to be more intentional with what I'm putting out on the YouTube, the audio. Just be on the lookout. We got some content on the way. Joshua Grady here, Agent Talk. Subscribe. 5-star review, likes, all those things. If you receive some value from this, we out.